What's good? It's your boy Fanon. What's going on with y'all this morning? Oh man, I don't know. I got some shit to do today. This is probably gonna be a little shorter show. What's good with everybody? Boy Fanon, what's going on with y'all this morning? Oh man, I don't know. I gotta. UK brothers, what's going on, man? D-Lo 404, slip the jab. What's going on, H-Town? Damn, this shit is all up in this thing. Is that better? There you go. All right. What's going on, man? Slip the jab, UK brothers. Star City J, what's going on, Gregory Wyatt? The L Fighter, what's going on? T Williams, what's up? Nino Brown, what's going on, man? DMV in the building. What's good, Junior the Truth? Aaron Parker, what's happening? Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens, what is good, sir? Tim, TV 212, what's going on, man? Nassim the Dream, salute to you. Jay West, Roy Babineau, what's going on out there in Lake Chuck, man? What's going on out there in Louisiana? I'm chilling, Roy Babineau. I'm chilling, man. I hope you're chilling as well. Just got to get out of town tonight, man. I gotta like pick up a rental car, and we're heading out to it. We're actually going to San Antonio later this evening with my wife and my kid. What's going on, D Parker? Damn, unprepared, man. What's good, man? Much love in that super chat. Brian Pence, I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate the support, man. Salute for now. Old Atlanta in the building. What's good? Old Atlanta. What's the difference, man? What's the difference between old Atlanta and new Atlanta? Old Atlanta must be the not gay Atlanta. Boy, I lived in Atlanta for like a year and a half. I had to go. I lived right across the street from the Federal Reserve, right off Peachtree. I think it was on Peachtree Walk. We used to own a little condo over there, not too far from, I think it's Piedmont Park. I was like, God, dog. I thought I moved to San Francisco. It was crazy. I had to roll, dog. I had just had a son. I just had kids too. I had to go, man. Champions First Sports and Entertainment. What's going on, man? Eugene Williams, what's happening? Michael Johnson, Boxing Talk More. So I know the ring doctor, like, damn, I hope Wilder don't hurt this dude. Make it easy night for me. Yeah, man, look, man, I'm seriously, what? Thank God it's probably what's going on, B&B Boxing. You said, man, listen, Atlanta is flaming hot Cheetos, dog. It is crazy. And that shit was like a decade ago, man. Attentive to Boxing said he's black. They're going to be looking for any reason to try and tarnish his legacy. He trash talks like any other boxer, but because he's black, it's an issue. Killing people's an issue, man. But dog, look, man. What do you call these things? Snowflakes? Come on, man. You got 250-pound men. You got cats on steroids. You got, people, you let people slip with Combuterol, but you get mad if somebody says something. Nah, man, I'm not buying it, dog. But now, are you taking the family to the Riverwalk? Nah, probably not, man, because I'm working. I'll be workaholic, man. I'm probably going to sit up in this hotel room and work. What I'm more than likely going to do, yeah, man, it's fruity as can be, man. Thank you, Ali Voso. Yeah, man, I got to get back on my Patreon grind, man. I got to buy one more camera, and then I'm all the way set. I think I figured out what I needed to do. If the police said it, you already know. What's good? What's good, Tony King? Look, man, I'm not buying all that nonsense. I'm going to tell you flat out. Y'all can save that crap with me because you just don't care. I mean, you guys will forget about it tomorrow. If that dude passed away in the ring, half of y'all wouldn't shed a tear. Y'all would be like, oh, turn the TV off and go on about your business. You guys see people dying on TV all the time, man. There's so much violence on TV, so much violence in the world, dude, that you can't even flip through the channel without seeing or hearing about some massive amount of people getting X'd off the planet. You cry tears about that, man? I'm not feeling it, man. I feel you. I think you're full of shit is what I think. Excuse me. I think you're full of it, dude. Gregory Wise said, I'm headed to Arlington tonight to attend my grandson's Taekwondo belt. Hey, man, salute, man. Salute to the grandkid, to your grandson, man. Charlie Ross said, be careful on I-35 going towards Antonio. San Antonio's no joke. Thank you, sir. I will. I appreciate that. I appreciate you putting me down on it. Death on TV is not the same as the death prediction. It's worse. It's worse. When you stand and you listen to a president stand up there talking about what they're going to do to liberate the people of Venezuela, what do you think that means? What do you think it means? When you hear about drone strikes, what do you think that means? You think that they're just like dropping flyers with them drones? When you talk about economic embargoes and making it difficulty and regime change, what do you think that means? It means people are going to die, man. Fuck out of my face with that. I know exactly what I'm saying. No, those are real people passing away on TV, man. Real people. And they not signing up for it, and they don't have a pair of gloves and the ability to defend themselves. But hey, man, you know, you keep going with that nonsense if you want to. But I'm sorry, man. I don't differentiate. Deontay Wilder said, I'm not sure, man, what time it is. Linebacker wants a sack. Does he want to end the QB's career? Yes, they do. Absolutely, he does. Yes, he does. You think a linebacker that sees somebody, a quarterback with that ball, if he thinks, oh, I don't need to hit him as hard as I can because I don't want to hurt his career? Yeah, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. They do. Absolutely, they do. You kidding me? Yes, they do. If they broke, did you see Lawrence Taylor snap Joe Theismann's leg in half? Absolutely, he's trying to end that dude's career. Kidding me? What's good, Nate Jeff? See, but Dwyer was not trying to do that time. I'm not sure. Dwyer, I'm not sure what that is. Hey, whose tube is mine? Said that goddamn Don. What's good, man? Much, man. I love ringing the gong for you, sir. Thank you. Whose tube is this mine? He said that goddamn Don, happy beer, the Fist Friday, man. I have to catch the replay. The weigh-in is on Showtime's YouTube channel at 12:30. Bomb Squad. Is that Eastern Standard Time? You know they always late. Showtime definitely running on that CP time, which I am usually cool with. Today, though, I can't. Today, I got to get in and out. I got so much work to do. Tony King, when the U.S. see people who need freedom, it's best. Exactly. That when you think they setting people free, they setting people free, all right. Setting people free from their body. You kidding me? He said, I played baseball. Lawrence Taylor still cries about that. Did you see? Man, get out of here. Lawrence Taylor can cry all he wants. When he hit that dude, he didn't give a damn. Get out of here, man. They don't care. They're trying to hurt people in football, man. Stop acting like these athletes are soft. They're not. Stop it. You're not going to convince me that some dude who's in a gym lifting, trying to get to be able to bench 450 pounds, practicing hitting pads, who clap and jump up and down when a dude's laid out unconscious, don't feel sorry for it. Get out of here. You kidding me? Anthony Joshua hits a guy right here. If he falls out flat on his face, he don't care, dude. He ain't pulling no punches. Anthony Joshua is not pulling any punches. Get out of here with this crap, man. Be real about it. The only thing tacky about it is the dude said, hey, man, if I catch a body, I catch a body. It's a tacky thing to say. But in actuality, you stop boxing. If you're gonna be that much of a lily liver snowflake, stop watching boxing. Call for a ban on boxing. Do a Howard Cosell, call for a ban on boxing. If you're not one of those people calling on a ban on boxing who want to watch boxing every week, seeing grown men who are fully in shape, punching people in the head with the pure intention of knocking them unconscious, then shut up. Let the PETA organizations and the people that are calling for a ban on boxing throw a fit about that. But if you do it, you're a hypocrite. You're being a hypocrite. Get out of here, man. You're being a hypocrite. You can't appraise a boxer for knocking somebody unconscious with full-fledged, full-out punches to the head and then turn around and say, oh, it's so bad he said that. And I'll say the same thing about a boxer. Dude, you're punching somebody up the inside the head and you know damn well you might hurt that dude so bad that he never recovers, and you are not pulling punches. Don't be a hypocrite. If you feel like that, retire. If you feel like that, stop watching the sport. Stop covering the sport, because you are glorifying the action and condemning the words. That makes you a hypocrite. You're saying one thing and you're doing something else. You're saying that you don't support what somebody going in there looking to mortally wound somebody, but then you're paying your money on somebody that's out there trying to mortally wound somebody. You can't take no shot from the head from Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is 6'6", 254 pounds, trained to knock you unconscious. When you get somebody unconscious, you are causing a concussion to their brain. That's what you're doing. You're moving their brain around in their head, man. You're trying to do that. But you're gonna get on this dude because he said something that pulls a light, that pulls the facade down. That's not what you're looking. You think this is a gentlemanly sport? Gentlemen sit down and have a nice drink and discuss their problems. Gentlemen are not trying to knock their head into a circle and make them drop to the floor, man. You guys are training to punch people in the liver and I'm a fan of the sport. It's a brutal sport. And at least I'm honest enough to admit that I like the brutality. I like the brutality. I don't watch golf unless it's Tiger Woods. Get out of here, man. You guys saying that shit are hypocrites, man. But you don't want to admit to yourself that that's what you like. Let me ask you something. Do you like brutality? Do you like to see one man inflict pain on another man? Your line behind will probably say no. I like the form of the punches. Get out of here, dude. You guys, people cry up and down about how somebody that fights like Floyd Mayweather Jr. is boring because it's not exciting enough. But you see Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward throwing bombs at each other's heads full speed with blood all over the place. And yeah, that's the Gotti list. Yeah, that's what we want out of boxing. We want blood. We want brutality. We want the war. That's what you want. That's what you say y'all want. Get out of here, man. Stop being a hypocrite. Be what you say what you are, man. You a fan of violence. You a boxing fan, you a fan of violence. And that's just the truth of it. Don't sit up here being a hypocrite, man. I'm at least admitted to you. Yeah, absolutely positively. I'm a fan of violence. I'm a fan of organized violence. You a hypocrite. Get out of here, man. Lowest denominator. God dang. Lowest common denominator boxing, home of the U.S. demographic. Much love. I love that 3. I love super chats with 3s on them. That's my lucky number. Count Drago, you ever watch the new HBO Ali doc? Nah, I haven't, man. Much love in the super chat. It makes me sad. It makes me sad. I have a hard time watching Ali, man. Maybe in a couple years, man, I'll be able to watch him again because he's no longer with us, and I was truly sad. But I'll check it out. Unanimous, you getting deleted. We don't talk to hypocrites around here, man. I only have so much time for hypocrites, dude. Okay? Only so much time for hypocrites, man. Rock said, where I come from, if you threaten a man's family, you better be prepared to deal with the hellfire that comes from it as a result. Stand with Wilder 110%. Much love in that super chat, man. Look, man, I don't want to hear that crap, man. The same issues who trumpet crap like toxic masculinity. Man, exactly. Much love in the super chat, Gregory White. I'll call it toxic hypocrisy. Toxic hypocrisy. Okay? You're a toxic hypocrite. You are on a boxing channel. You celebrate Monster Inoue for the damage that Monster Inoue does to people. Okay? You are not, it's the punch that hurts, not the words. Okay? I don't even want, I just saw the same sissies who, I got to re-gong, I missed that sissy in that. The same sissies who trumpet crap like toxic masculinity. Look, man, my mother, let me tell you, man, what really drew my attention to that. There were a lot more boxing fans when boxing wasn't on TV. When all you had to do was hear it, and you'd be like, Joe Louis with a shot to the body. Joe Louis by knockout. He might, and still, on the radio, and you ain't actually watching what the dude is doing. Okay? Well, you're not actually watching it. Then when people started seeing it on TV, people like my mother was like, oh, that's really brutal. I don't like that. Why you guys like all that violence? My mother says that. Why you like all that violence? I mean, it's so violent. I mean, they're trying to kill each other. Get out of here, man. Now, will somebody be sad if it happened? Yes, of course. For non-international boxing now, the whole world will be watching the fight to see if Wilder can kill for real. I mean, that's funny. That's how it does work, though. But the haters, the dissenters will be, that's just because he threatened to kill him. That's the only reason they watch. But let me see, people don't want to admit the truth. The truth hurts these people. It does. Come on, man. The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. There is something called cognitive dissonance. I'm a good person, and good people don't like violence. I like boxing. How do I make those work together? Oh, boxing's not violence. Boxing is sportsmanship. Boxing is a gentlemanly sport. No, Lennox, you separated Hasim Rahman from his consciousness with your fist, you big ass dude. Okay? And you hit him so hard, you intended for him to fall down and go unconscious. Okay? You intended that. Just like when he knocked you upside the head, he intended to knock you unconscious. And you know that there is definitely a chance when you knock somebody hard enough upside the head that their brain may bleed. So you have to accept in yourself that you're a good person. Boxing is brutal. I'm a good person that likes brutality. It's just what it is. Okay? And stop looking at somebody that reminds you about what it is in such shock. Right? Because there's a lot more violence out there in the world than that. That incident, not incidentally enough, not blah, blah, blah. I'm twisting over my tongue today. Ali Vosa said, but everybody's still going to watch the fights, How can fighting be? Oh, Tim TV 212. Let me tell you why boxing is a gentlemanly sport. Just so you know. And do I have it here? I do not have it here. But this is why they call it a gentlemanly sport. Because around the year 1790, you guys ready for your history lesson? You say, you talking like a lawyer double tongue? Man, lawyers got one tongue, dude. I got one tongue. One. But this is why they say that boxing is a gentlemanly sport. Because boxing in its current form was founded and established in Britain. And Britain and France and in England, they used to have something called dueling. Whenever somebody was upset with somebody else, they were affronted, they had beef with somebody, it was a principle of manhood that you would go to that person and you would demand your redress, and that you guys would handle it man on man. But how did they handle it? With stiletto knives and guns. So there were men I forget this particular man's name that was referenced in this box in Boxiana, who was so good at fighting with a gun and with a knife and a gun that he would go around sleeping with people's daughters and sleeping with people's wife. And the only thing that those dudes could do was try to start a fight with him. And he would just summarily stab them or shoot them. And that was it. That's how life went around. So in order to refine that, so people would not literally kill somebody else with the intention of it, you picked up boxing. Let's get in a ring or in a square and let's duke it out. Fair fist, man on man. You cannot tackle. We're going to put some rules around it. And when we put these rules around it, now it is a way for gentlemen to handle their issues, right? And then gambling came behind it, right? And all that stuff and blah, 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 blah. Here you go. Okay. But its root was in mortality. It was in the gun, 10 paces, walk 10 paces and turn. Boom. That was the original boxing. Okay. That was the original boxing. Though, turn your back. We're going to meet at noon. You walk that way. I walk that 10 paces, turn around and let it go. Okay. That's why they say boxing is a gentlemanly sport, because it's gentlemanly compared to that. Okay. But its essence is still brutal. Any more questions? I speak like a lawyer. You need a lawyer, dog. You kidding me? You speak like an idiot. Double talk. That ain't double talk. Your brain, you just having a hard time processing. You just having a hard time processing it. Said, I like how hypocrites try to crap on Wilder while the wrestling industry allowing chair shots to the head and barbaric blood matches. Much love. He said, wow, history class from Fanon. I mean, that's what it is, man. Don't give that crap to me, man. It's a gentlemanly sport. No. It's rooted in the original purpose it is a descendant of, I got beef with you, and if you don't apologize, I'm going to kill you. And it's going to be legal. Okay? It was like, the irony in it is that Deontay Wilder said, oh, man, you can do this and it's legal. Exactly. Because those duels were legal. Those duels were legal. The duels with the knife, the duels with the gun, when one man had an issue, those were legal too. Isn't that ironic? Isn't that ironic? But yet, y'all want to act like that's not the true nature of the sport. That's the true nature of the sport. Look yourself in the mirror, fan of violence. I mean, Mike Tyson got a lot of trouble for when he said that. Mike Tyson stayed in trouble, dog. Thank you, L Fighter. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I mean, but that's what it is. Just get out of here, man. You guys, we all about you. Sometimes, dude, you guys got to strip it down, man. Strip it down, and then you look at the truth. Okay, like when I was a young man, and I'm not a young man anymore. I'm a middle-aged man. And see that lie right there. If I was sitting and saying I'm a young man, that would be lying to myself. No, I'm in the middle of my life, right? But when I was in the early phase of my life, I used to like to go to strip clubs. Love strip clubs. Then one day, I looked around and I just imagined the room with no music, with no lights. Or you know what? Actually, this is what happened. And because I did this later, but originally what made me do that was I went into a strip club before it opened. And I looked around and I was like, The atmosphere was significantly different. These are just a bunch of dingy ass chairs. The room's kind of musty and stank. Like, man, the stage wasn't that big, all of that. Then when I went to one later, I just remembered where I was. And this is, you just paying for a sweaty chick booty to clap. I mean, but you had to look at what you're doing. Just look at what you're actually doing while you're watching them. You're just watching a naked woman run around and give her money. It's not some big happy party where, everybody's, like, she ain't there to make you happy. She's there to get your money. Okay. It's just a real look at what's going on. Okay. Same thing with politics. Same thing with issues you might have in your own mind. Same thing we'll hear with boxing, man. What Deontay Wilder did is he pulled the cover. He said what is true. He said what is true. Hey, happy birthday, Malcolm X. What's going on, Black Ham TV? So please spare me your hypocrisy, okay? Spare me your hypocrisy. I'm not even going to get it. Just spare me your hypocrisy, okay? Even Max Kellerman just reminded everyone on First Take that Mike Tyson and Roberto Duran said that they were going to kill people. Man, it's, people got short memories if they got it. Well, or they're just younger if you don't have to remember that. But, they'll sell it up. He said, who the hell still goes to strip clubs? Hey, man, when people get together, man, they'll do it. I mean, I ain't beyond walking into the joint. If they got some good barbecue on the outside, like if it's Memphis and they got a barbecue truck outside, hey, man, I'll roll by that barbecue truck. And, that's why you had to leave Atlanta, Magic City. Magic City might have been something to keep me there. It was Piedmont Park that made me had to leave that joint. No joke. Piedmont Park had me up out of that joint. Lord have mercy. I was not going to do that. I still live in Atlanta. I still go. That's what's up. Hey, man, but everybody got to do. But see, here's the thing. If you know what you're going for, you know what you're going for. Yeah, I heard they do have good chicken wings. Larry Holmes Dragon kicked off a car. What? What do you mean Larry Holmes Dragon kicked off a car? Oh, thanks, Chris. You off the chain. Look, man, I think that's the most straightforward way to look at it, man. Like, come on. Like, people look at slavery, right? That shit is kidnapping. Like you think about it. If you take away, like, people like the slaves, you're descended from slaves. No, I'm descended from kidnapped victims. All right. And y'all were kidnapped. There are people, people got kidnapped. Tortured. Kidnapped and tortured. That's what that is. Is kidnapping is torture. That's what it is. But, even slavery sounds like you don't want to say that, yeah, they're kidnappers. Okay. Bunch of kidnappers. I was talking to my daughter and she was saying something about crime and calling somebody a crook. And I was like, man, look. I was like, hold on, man. All these people are crooks. George Washington was a crook. Thomas Jefferson was a crook. The whole thing was stolen. I mean, you're like, hold on, but how can you support somebody who's a thief? They're all thieves. The whole place got stolen, dog. This is the Wild Wild West. This is the Wild Wild West. This is what's been going on, dude. But you get educated to use these other words other than what you're actually looking at. You're looking at thieves. Hillary Clinton, and I'm going to have to take this down, was a thief. She's a thief. That's all it is. She's a thief. She's a thug. She's a thug and a thief. She rolled through with a bunch of gats and a bunch of trucks through Libya, snatched up a ton of gold, and murked cats. That's what she did. I mean, that's what she did. But you got to put this in some nice little way that makes you feel better about the fact that you paid for her to do it and you voted for her to do it. You got to make yourself feel better, dude. I don't need it. That's why I didn't vote. And I see it the same thing. I see it as the same thing. I know what I'm going to watch on Sunday. And that's why I scream during fights. Please stop the fight. Stop the fight. Jack Reese, why did you let him get up? See, Jack Reese, now with all this hullabaloo, remind Jack Reese what he did. Since I think it's true that people believe Deontay Wilder could kill somebody, why'd you let Tyson Fury get back up and take more punishment, Jack? What about Jack Reese, who said that Tyson Fury taking more punishment and continuing to fight after he was completely unconscious and laid out was good for boxing? What about that, Jack Reese? What about that? Huh? He didn't say it. He just said good for boxing. He didn't say, oh, no, we want to see more punishment. We want to see more punishment. No, it's good for boxing. And Jack Reese risked Tyson Fury's life for the good of boxing. 2 more of those shots, and we might be actually know how Deontay Wilder would have felt about somebody passing away. Because if Tyson Fury got hit with 1 more of those, that might have happened. But Jack Reese didn't care. You don't think Jack Reese knows that? Right? Okay. Y'all keep up with your phoniness, okay? You keep up with your phoniness. Jay said Jack Reese going to get somebody killed. He doesn't abide by the Queensberry rules. Dude, Jack Reese, I hold Jack Reese at more fault than Deontay Wilder. Jack Reese, no. Or what about even people's family members? How much punishment did Mikey Garcia have to take before you stop the fight? He said, for now, you know you wrong. You speaking straight facts, bro. Folks mad because Wilder's speaking like he has that privilege. Yeah, he got that privilege to say that. Oh, come on, man. Don't be a hypocrite. You're being a hypocrite. You saying one thing and you doing something else. You saying how bad it is that he said something like that and would wish death upon somebody in the ring, but then you watching in anticipation of it happening every weekend. Every weekend. You kidding me? Don't be a hypocrite. Woodstar said, what up, Dominic Breazeale is a walking... Hey, man, Dominic Breazeale might win the fight for all I know. Dominic Breazeale's a 6'8", 280. What is he going to weigh in? We'll see what he weighs in. 260, 270-pound man who trains to punch people, who has, in the past, knocked people unconscious. Deontay Wilder's supposed to go in there feeling guilty about hurting somebody that big that's trying to hurt him? What? Okay. Restopped that Lomo Corolla bum bash. Didn't he? But I think even then he stopped it too late. He wasn't even punching back. Yeah, he did, because that's good for boxing. Lomachenko winning like that is good for boxing. Nah, Breazeale is not 6'5", dude. Breazeale is 6'8". Thank you very much. Breazeale is taller than Deontay Wilder. Breazeale is taller than Deontay Wilder. Please look at go back and look at the press conference. Go back and look at the stare-off. Breazeale is 6'8". That's a very, very big man, dude. The thought of somebody dying has made the fight more intense. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's somebody just trying to say that Deontay Wilder isn't in there against a guy that's gigantic. Some gigantic-ass man who's saying that he's going to hurt him. Okay, but he's supposed to like go in there with a mentality of that he's not trying to go get him. Whatever, man. You guys do what you want to do, but I'm going to call you a hypocrite every day of the week. I am not talking out both sides of my head, Mr. You need a lawyer. You sound like a lawyer. I'm telling you the truth. I think that I'm a very good person. No, I'm not a very good person. I'm not a very good person. I could be a better person, and I strive to be a better person. But I am me, okay? Former weed head, current recovered weed head, former philanderer. I speed. Sometimes I speed. You know, I need to change my license to Texas license, so I know that I'm breaking the law with that. I was supposed to change my license already. I haven't done all these things. I'm a bad guy. And I, on a daily basis, watch grown men try to knock the shit out of each other, okay? That's who I am. And I'm honest with myself about it, okay? I'm honest. And I made it myself a better life. I improved my life once I started telling myself the truth about myself. I was a philanderer. That means for you ignorant bastards out there, I used to I used to like women, and I didn't care what one woman thought about me being with another woman, and I hurt people because of that. And I had to figure out, look, man, you got to be dedicated to the one that loves you, and you got to build a family. You got to be a better man, and I did that. You said, why you call that bad, Fanon? Because it is bad, dog. It is. It is. Because I needed to solve my problems. I needed to figure out why am I so miserable? Oh, I smoke too much weed. Yeah, let me stop that. Okay, so I won't be depressed because I was doing it too much. But whatever your circumstances, I'm just willing to admit what my big issues are. Whatever your issues are, you can look at them in the face and try to fix them. Start with one that's not really a problem. Start by admitting that you're a boxing fan and you like violence. And you wouldn't mind at all if you're an Anthony Joshua fan, if Anthony Joshua knocked Deontay Wilder out and he didn't get up for 2 weeks. You'd be bragging about it. Okay? So shut up. Okay? Shut up with your phoniness. You're just trying to find something to put on his head. That's it. You're just trying to find something to put on his head. You're trying to find some reason to tear him down. That's it. And you're going to use anything you can. If he hadn't said that, he would use what would he would say ain't in a sentence, right? Or he doesn't speak English well enough, or he doesn't get paid enough money in his fights, and he's this and he's that and the other thing, dog. What's going on, Fatal Hawk? Much love in the super chat. He says, shout out for 9. Wilder wins round 5, though. Did you hell yeah, you used to hit up Purple Passion. You kidding me? Purple Passion and whatever was right down the block from that CMHJ, dog. Yes, I used to hit up Purple Passion. And them barbecue spots right outside the mugs. Delicious. Delicious. Yeah, I used to do, when I lived in Memphis, see, just so you know, those are the strip clubs I like, the Memphis ones. I'm all right on Atlanta. The Memphis ones, them quiet ones, not a million people in there. The women by like that, that was what was up, dog. That was what was up. Oh, what happened? Oh, I'm sorry. If you give me 1 second. Yeah, man, I love Purple Passion. Now I'll go back to that. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, Jesus Christ. Excuse my language. Everybody got some new plan they're gonna do. I always got more work. Yeah. Purple Passion was the stuff, man. Deontay Wilder's going to come in weighing between 210 and 220. I'd say 215 somewhere. He looked a little bigger, but I always think he looks a little bigger than he comes in weighing less than the last one. Jamal, less people means you can feel less. Hold on, what? What is that? Less people means you can feel less like a scumbag. Nah, see, for me, less means less for me meant that I ain't got to keep bumping into dudes, man, and all that shit. Because, you don't know, cats be frequenting strip clubs a lot, dog. Some of them cats, you might get that quiet dude who you step on his shoe and didn't realize it and forget to say, I'm sorry. And all of a sudden you wind up being in the paper the next morning. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, hey, man, I got to be a little careful. True Benjamin in the building. Much love in that super chat. Said, growing up, I was taught if someone raises their hand to you, destroy them and break their pride. Just being honest. Oh, yeah, I tell my son that too. Hey, man, better get them first. Soon as they act like it, it's on. You got to defend yourself. People are always going to have some negative ish to say, but are thinking the same thing behind closed doors. Fake is, yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't even want to. Come on out of here, man. I mean, the cats can get out of here with all of that nonsense for me. I mean, I'm just being like doubly, triply real. Y'all can kick rocks. Critical beatdown said, for now, make it rain. Heck no, dog. I ain't making nothing rain, dog. I ain't making it rain. That's way too much money for nothing, dog. No, I was looking at cats doing that shit like, dog. I mean, You could just straight buy it for that money. Kidding me? Why? Anonymous guy needs a wrench because he's LDBC. Think anonymous guy was talking shit, wasn't he? But I've seen anonymous guy a lot. Why? Because he getting blocked? I don't see him. Man, Dominic Nelson Noble's in the building. What's good, man? I said, I like that guy. I don't see Nelson Nobles. I mean, I don't see anonymous guys' comments. I don't mind doing it. I just don't see them. Hey, anonymous guy, make a comment towards the end. Oh, there it is. All right. All right. It's been requested. It has. There you go. Fanon, what up? I believe Wilder will come in at 225. The death threats to mean he just won a hella knockout. I don't know, man. I have a suspicion he's going to come in around the same way he came in last time, man. My skin is my sin. Is my skin. LCD, lowest common denominator boxing. My man said, Fanon, you talking about Memphis She, Purple Passion, King of Kings, and that wing spot on Graceland. I went to military school there, 18 years. Oh, those were the first strip club. Great time. Oh, yeah. I might frequent again in Memphis. I ain't gonna lie. I don't look around too much, but I might pass through in Memphis. I ain't gonna lie, though. I might pass through in Memphis. There were some things over there, man. Yeah, bright mind, dude. A wrench just means you don't get blocked. That's what they want, because we be swinging them wrenches around here. Nell, son, what's good, man? The weigh-in is in a half an hour, from what I understand. My understanding is a half an hour. Yeah, Memphis L fighter. Hey, man, they specialize in this, dog. They specialize in this complexion. Specialize in it, dog. The bodies be crazy. Yeah, man. Memphis is that Mississippi. See, Memphis is like close to Mississippi. It's that, it's the original black man in America land. It's that all that, yes, I'm trying to tell you. Everybody else you got different type of things, like Miami. Miami got got a lot of Cubans, Haitians, like exotic, you talking about your meat and potato black chick? That's Mississippi. Mississippi, Memphis, Tennessee is right there. That's that real stuff right there. For now, why did you wrench him earlier? Almost by no, I didn't almost block him. I don't have an issue with guys because dude said he's an LDBC cat, and if he gets thrown out for comments, I don't want him to get thrown out for comments. I disagree with a lot of cats in the LDBC about things. I tried to block Black Fight Fan TV on his own channel. I couldn't figure out how to do it. All that Rigondeaux stuff. If Black Fight Fan TV say one more thing about Lomachenko versus Rigondeaux, dog. Man, Rigondeaux weighs 118 pounds, man. Lomachenko don't get no credit for no 118-pounder that fought 2 rounds in 2 years. And you see how they doing you see how they doing Lomachenko in lightweight. They gonna buy up all the belts. He gonna wind up having to fight. They're gonna rob Comey, and he's gonna wind up fighting Ray Beltran for the unification fight. Ray Beltran. He's gonna go to Luke Campbell who's Luke Campbell fight? Yeah, Luke Campbell to Ray Beltran. After having see, us wrenches like brutality, yes. Because I just can't stand it, dog. Can't stand it. But I do think he's a really good fighter. But see, we got wrenches because of things like that. I don't agree with Black Fight Fan TV says that. So, he needs a wrench. So I don't block him. Cats be fighting, dog. We like brutality around this mug. No Shinudio Remus. He's not fraudulent, dog. He's a real champion. That's why you'll be watching the fight tonight. You just don't like him. That's all that is. See how Layla D got you real quick? That's what I'm telling you. People be liking that violence. We smacked motherfuckers upside the head with a wrench, dog. I got a real wrench. Okay? When I hit that gong, dog, I hit that gong with a real wrench. You kidding me? Man, Chinudu, man, you just trying to get some salt in there, man. Just, he ain't a real champ. But hey, man, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Because all bets are off tomorrow. We got to see what's going on in the fight, man. Oh, yeah, John Matthews. I must agree with you. I did. I was the worst. Woo! Like rap. Like Biggie said, I was the worst. What was the Lex lines in that? Even stealing change. My mother was the worst. Something about stealing change out of purse. Lines after line, crime after crime, from drugs to extortion. Ooh, with them women, dog, I was terrible. Oops, that shit went. I was terrible with women. Terrible. Unless I liked them, then I was like really sweet. But even if I liked you, I was still raggedy as shit. Try to teach my son, dog. He said the I-15 is like a parking. It's like parking heading towards. Oh my god, man, I'm not looking forward to any of these driving. He said Junior said I was bad with women too, dog. Because hey, man, I love women, dude. Fanon, what's sad is Wilder will smoke this fool. Trolls will downplay Wilder's win regardless. Of course they will, but they gonna downplay it and watch. He said I'm ashamed. Yeah, man, that's how I was, dude. I was really bad with women, dude. Really bad. Like. Man, and I thought the crazy thing is I thought I was a good guy. It's like, hey, I didn't mean no harm. Nah, Doug, you didn't mean no good either. But I talked to my son about that, man. I talked to my son about it. Oh, a jet crash on I-15. Ooh, well, rest in peace, man. Ooh, Lord. I hope they went. Ooh, that reminds me. I got to call somebody about something that happened. Very, very bad thing that happened. The word womanizer makes it sound like a good thing. Ha! Nah, man, it's not, man. Because first of all, Curtis Anderson's here. Oh Lord, let's ring the bells. Curtis Anderson's in the building. I got a special. What? Curtis Anderson's in the building. What's good, Curtis Anderson? I feel like I've made it. What? Having a harem of women is awesome and stressful and awesome. Man. Oh, God. Yeah, as long as you ain't got one that likes to argue. Ooh, Lord. Good afternoon, Fanon in the chat. What's going on, Sheldon Holmes? What's good in the hood? He said, I didn't know how bad I was until I had a daughter. Yeah, man. Weighing in 30 minutes. See, they ain't going to start that shit on time. Dalton Judge Fanon, what they leave out is that Rigo weighed 130 at the weigh-in, and Lomo was there with 10-pound hydration clause for the next morning. Rigo weighed 129, Lomo weighed 139, and had to be 145 in the ring. Dog, Guillermo Rigondeaux weighed 129 weighed in with a daggone shirt, some weight things around his ankles. Dog, he's 2 weight classes smaller than him, man. There's no pride in that, dude. And Lomachenko don't even think there's any pride in it. So just come on, man. Oh, said no one died in the jet crash. The pilot ejected. Oh, thank goodness. Hunter Cruz. What up, Fanon? Who do you think Wilder will fight next after this weekend? I don't know. Fury. My money is on Fury. I have a suspicion that they'll pull that out. No, I'm lying. I'm just saying what I think would sound right. See how you can do that? You think in your mind, I really think it's going to be like Adam Konecki. But then you'll think, there's AJ haters in the room. So let me say Tyson Fury. Right? Just like y'all hypocrites do. So let me correct myself. and say I think somebody like Kwanaki or somebody like that. Kwanaki, something like that. He'll fight another bum. Ain't no other, but Kwanaki ain't no bum. Oh, is he gonna fight somebody like AJ's fighting? Like the bum AJ's fighting now, or the bum that AJ just fought? Fuck out of here. Shane Campbell, Rigondeaux said he can beat Lomo at any time. Of course, that's what he's supposed to. He's a boxer. What's he gonna say? I want the fight, I'm gonna lose. Come on, man. What's he supposed to say? Have you ever heard a boxer say he's gonna go in there and lose? Yeah, I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna go lose. Well, what do you think is gonna happen tonight in your boxing match? I'm gonna lose. Do you think what Rocky Fielding would say, oh, I'm gonna win. He's never fought anybody. Canelo's never fought anybody as tall with as long a reach. He's gonna win. The hell are you talking about, dude? Rigondeaux said he's gonna win. Of course he said he's gonna win. Every fighter said that they were gonna win before a fight that they go into. They're gonna win. Kidding me? Cornball? Stop with the cornball stuff. He said, man, I'm going to get my ass whooped. Who says that? Walking into a fight, dude. I can tell you something for sure, though. Dominic Breazeale wasn't looking at Deontay Wilder in the eyes, though. His face was everywhere. He didn't want to come nowhere near that dude. I saw that in the weigh-in. He didn't want to come nowhere near that dude. Chevin, I can't stand a packed or popular club. Give me one off the highway with 4 or 5 people there. Yeah, that's the lick. Because then you can sit up there and have a conversation with a naked chick. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm talking about right there. Ain't nothing wrong about that at all. Oh, God. In putting an advisory board in place, that shit got to be your advisory board. People be asking me to do some crazy shit. Rigondeaux said he can beat anybody anytime, whatever. He asked for it, though. Of course he did. So what? He wanted a paycheck. So what if he asked for it? You still don't get a but. So what? So what? So what if he asked for it? He's supposed to ask for it. He's a professional boxer. So then if that's the case, then you guys can get up off of Deontay Wilder then, okay? Then Deontay Wilder deserves all the credit in the world for everybody he ever fought because they all thought that they could beat him. They all said that they could beat him, and they all asked and wanted to fight, okay? If that's the case, then please tell that to the AJ fans who keep calling fighters bums because every one of them wanted to fight. Everyone said that they could win. We're going to win. Okay, so great. Now Deontay Wilder is the greatest fighter ever, okay? Because Duhaupas, because Johann Duhaupas said that he was going to win and he wanted the fight. Of course, with Joe Black, they did. They starved him out for years. I don't want to hear any crap. Get out of here with this. Get out of here. People can get out of here with that crap, and you know that. Shane Campbell. Okay, what's up? Yeah, they starved him. Man, now he's with the PBC, which was a smart move. He should have never even went to Rock Nation. Rock Nation, what a waste of time. Duke says, smash that like button for the intellectual one. Is working hard for us. Thank you, Duke. I appreciate you, man. I saw the is. I'm intellectual enough to know you meant is. You ain't got to do spell corrects in this mug. I'll read it the way you intended it. Layla D putting it in as a chat. Okay, I'm sorry. The rules at an obscure club are between the patron and the girl and no one else. That is pretty much how that works, dude. I would prefer that. But you know, I ain't going to any of them anyway unless it's Memphis. I might drip through just for old time's sakes. Yeah, they are, man. They ain't fighting. They looking for all kind of reasons not to fight that dude, man. Looking for all kind of reasons not to fight him. He said, you like living on the edge. If he dies. Dolph Lundgren. Man, they don't care, man. Oh, Gary TH, keep up the excellent commentary, my brother. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. I'll keep talking. Let me get a little sip of this water so I can keep talking. My wife bought me a new shirt. I always pull my shirt back. It always slumps forward because I'm slumping in this seat. But it's such a comfortable material. I hate those that's overly slick crap. Those overly slick exercise shirts. I'm like, ugh. Brian Pinson, what'd you get timed out for? You talking some nonsense. So I gotta look. Oh, he asked for it though. Yeah, everybody asked for it. Can you do a Patreon on the Alabama abortion bill if you have time? Yeah. I have to read it up on it. What is it? I'm going to tell you right now, dude. I am not a believer in that. That's one of the same things that I like. My mother gets pissed at me. My sisters got pissed at me. Women, everybody I know, every woman that I ever met that I talked about this gets. The fuck are you talking about, Rafe X? Thank you for kick Chris S out of here, man. Period. Why are you pulling in some nonsense like that, man? Guess what? If he did something like that, he got arrested, he would go to court. I wouldn't defend him. A lawyer, a defense attorney would have to defend him. You're just talking just craziness, man. You're comparing somebody in a boxing match to doing something like that. But goodbye, dog. See ya. Nice knowing you, dude. Anyway, women get mad at me about that subject, so I stay clear of that. I'll do it on Patreon. Oversensitive as people. Why are they talking about Deontay? Why are they talking about Deontay Wilder comments? Oh, man, dudes trying to get YouTube famous off me. Hey, are there YouTube famous? Hey, man, I'm going to go to a boxing match and see if I'm YouTube famous. See, but somebody will recognize me in a boxing match. I got recognized at a gym. I was like, what? Shocker. Babies getting molested left and right because of bad parenting. Hey, man, they getting dog. It's because of some perverts, man. I personally think I'll tell you what I think a problem with all that nonsense is, but that's definitely a Patreon. But I like to try to stay. You are, bro? Oh, you are what? Oh, YouTube famous? Yeah. That would have to be a reality that I'd have to get hit with, because I'm just talking to something that says Logitech. It says HD 1080p Logitech, and I got a Canon EOS. I got a Canon EOS 350 over there, and I'm just trying. That's how I feel about it. I'm talking to a camera in my office. What else on my man Junior the Truth? I'm going to the script club to see if I'm YouTube famous. Wilder mentioned the LDBC again. Pound game. That's what's up. Candy Shay, man, dude. I don't understand why people don't want to get down with black fight fans. It's good for you, man. It's good for you. We'll stand up and defend you. Dog, I ain't gonna get mad at a dude for saying that. You know me, much crazy shit I've said in my life. Boy, I tell my son every other day, boy, I'm gonna beat the boy. I threaten my son at least 3 times a day. Don't never do nothing about it. My son talk crazy to me because my son be talking. Oh, man. My son be talking crazy sometimes. Okay. Oh, restrictive. See, look, man, my thing is this, dude. Even a broken clock is right twice a day, man. A broken clock can be right twice a day. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm not pro, okay? I ain't with these other cats. Like, I ain't signing up with these cats that got all these pictures of babies and all that nonsense, causing all kind of whatever. I'm just saying, okay? Because they don't care about life. They ain't pro-life. They don't care about life. They'll execute somebody in a heartbeat, okay? But it is what it is now. It is what it is, okay? Oh, it's on there. I got one on Patreon about it. You can get my opinion on Patreon for the first step to fatherhood, being a good father, is don't kill your baby. Okay? That's the very first one that I did. Don't kill you. First step 1 to having a good family. Plan your family. Plan it. Okay? Plan your family. You want to have a family, find a woman you want to have a family with. Okay? Then you're going to have a baby. Make sure that your wife is taking her, what's that stuff you get on before? Make sure she's doing her folic acid, all that stuff. Try to, convince her to breastfeed, all that good stuff. Make sure you can afford it. She can afford it. That you guys both want to have it. But before anything else, you got to actually have the baby. Okay. So yeah, man. But I'm not with all these other cats that don't give a fat rat. I mean, my dad would always bring that up to me. Well, what are you going to do when they come? I can't believe I just did that voice with my dad. Like, what happened? Who's going to take care of him? You're going to take care of him? I told my daughter, I swear, I've told my daughter this several times. If you go to college and something happens, keep it. I'll take care of it. Keep it, give it to me. Okay? You don't have to worry about feeling guilty. You don't have to worry about none of that. You can be like, Daddy, this happened. And what are we going to do? Well, first thing we're going to do is we're going to move you to this college over here, which is a little closer. Okay? And you're going to start taking your, you're going to get prepared and all that. We don't need you dropping out of school. And you're going to give me the baby. And I'll take care of the baby during the day because I work from home. Your mother's out working too. We're going to do all of that stuff. Okay? We're gonna make sure we keep that baby. That's my thing. Other people got different viewpoints on it. She said prenatal. Yeah, man, you got to do prenatal care, man. And breastfeeding. Do not see, this is something that happens to inner city parents a lot. Inner city parents and and people who are quote unquote low income parents. Do not, when your wife has that baby, let them stick him or her on that formula. You giving that baby McDonald's from the time they're born. You tell them, when you take that baby down there, you bring that baby back up here to feed. No formula for my baby. Okay? Just telling you, dog. Anyway, that's what that's about. I'm big time on being a dad. It's the best thing you can do. Dog, I'm 50 years old. I'm going to be dead in 40 years. I'm going to be gone. Okay? People talk about legacies if the only thing the legacy means is how much money you have. That's not the case. Your children and way you raise your children and how well you equip your children to do the same with their children, that's your legacy. Your legacy is not your legacy for a boxer. I'm going to tell you, young men who are boxers, your legacy is not your boxing record. Your legacy is your children and your family and how they are able to compensate for the system that we live in, especially if you are Black kids or non-white. You can get the point. That's your legacy. There's nothing more important than family, man. My dad told me that at my granddad's funeral. I'll never forget it. My granddad passed back in the mid-90s, and my dad and I were in the car. And my dad looked at me and was like, there's nothing more important than family, son. Everything else can go. There's nothing more important than family. And the one thing that I can say, I can tell you for sure that I have been a bad person in a lot of ways. But I have a never-ending devotion to my family, to my son and to my daughter. And these niggas will have to shoot me and drag me away before I leave them. Because that is my legacy. That is the only thing and the most important thing in my life. And it was the most important thing that I did in my life. And the other thing is you take care of your parents. You take care of your parents because you are your parents' legacy. So you take care of them. Okay. And then you take care of yours. You know, I have almost no respect for you little raggedy Negroes running around popping babies and a bunch of women, though. Because you got to go because you feeling like the shit you doing in the street is going to end you. So you figure, oh, I'm going to be ended. So let me just cause a bunch of fucking trouble. Okay. That everybody else got to clean up. Y'all are a problem with that now. However, we all got to do what we got to do. And anyway, that's my take on it. That's my take on it. That's the old ass man. That's the old ass man take on it. That's your legacy. Deontay Wilder's legacy is not that boxing ring. Deontay Wilder's legacy is that baby that he's done a hell of a job taking care of. Hell of a job taking care of taking care of that baby. That's the legacy right there. Gervonta Davis, you talking all that yap, you doing whatever. That baby you got, little Gervonta Et, I can't remember what her name is. I don't mean to be disrespectful. Can't remember what the baby's name, but it sounded something like your name, like Gervonta's name. That is your deal. My children's support comes off the top. Everything else gets paid after. Hey, man, yeah, you got to. You got to take care of your kids. Even if you wind up getting where you ain't with the mom or whatever, you still got that relationship with that kid. You know? That's, I mean, and you ain't, and I'm telling you, man, you ain't much of a dude if you're not taking care of it. You can have all the money you in the world. You ain't taking care of that. You borderline piece of shit. Okay? If not complete piece of it. If you're not taking care of that. You're not taking care of yourself. Let's get into the metaphysicals of that too. See, I don't want on my Patreon, I like to do the metaphysical talk, but dog, we don't really know what life is. Okay? You don't really know what life is. And if you think in the, what is it? The, God, dog, what's Descartes? What is Descartes? Existentialism, right? Okay, so if you believe in this existential viewpoint of the world, okay, that shit could be wrong, all right? It could be dead wrong, where life is separate from inanimate objects, right? Versus what Descartes talked about and what, like, the esoteric teaching is, which is that everything lives and manifests within life. So when you're doing something, when you are ignoring something that's that close to you, you are ignoring yourself. You got this, don't have this be careful about your hyperly materialistic view of the world. Because if it's not right, then the wrong you're doing to yourself. Now go pick up a book, you dumb motherfucker, and figure out what I just said. What's going on, Ivy Webb? Hey, what's good, man? Somebody follow me on Twitter. Thank you, man. I love it. I love this social media stuff. But look, man, I'm about to roll. I went a little heavy-headed on y'all for that one. But for real, existentialism, Descartes, look up at the difference, materialism, all that good stuff. That shit is that is the worldview, our current worldview. That is our current worldview. And it very well could be wrong, and most likely it is wrong. What's Gregory Wyatt in the building? I know Gregory Wyatt know what I'm talking about. Oh, Bright Mind said Dr. Dilbert Blair and Dr. Philip Valentine are great teachers on metaphysics. Bobby Herman too. I got to check them out. Everyone should at least have 2 kids to replace yourself and 1 to add. That's what's up. Well, look, man, I'm going to get out of here. I got to roll right on time today. Much love to everybody in the super chat. Thank you guys all week, man. God's Boxing Corner. Yeah, there's a chance. It's heavyweight boxing, man. It's heavyweight boxing. Okay? If something happened, let me put it, I don't expect it, but I wouldn't be surprised. That's how I feel about every heavyweight boxing match. I've watched it long enough to know I don't expect it, but I'm not surprised. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody here. Your children are your afterlife. Yeah. Dog, hey, man, I don't want to get heady. You're going to get me. What up on the Patreon node? What's up? Put it on the Patreon with your black. Go to the Patreon. If you guys want me to do all that existential stuff, if you want, not existential, excuse me, if you want me to do all the esoteric stuff, I can do it. I mean, I really don't feel like sending my head to the moon sometimes. Got to try to stay grounded, because if you think too much about that stuff, and you really can separate yourself. So, but it's there, man. Yep. All right, y'all. Much love in the super chat. Go, everybody. Go check out my man, Cake, my co-host, KQKC Boxing. I know that the weigh-in's gonna come in. It's probably gonna be on Blue Bloods channel. Also, yeah, you know, that's where you can watch it. All that good old stuff. Oh, you on the Patreon? What's good? Oh, I got plenty of stuff up there. I'm gonna put a couple. I'm gonna do 3 Patrons next week. 3 new Patrons coming next week. I promise. He said, yes, Fanon, drop this game on Patreon. I'll be waiting for it. No doubt about it. All right. I'll drop it on Patreon. I'll drop it on Patreon. It's just so heady, like, you know. Anyway, much love to everybody out there. Peace.